It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL That's huge. But when you do it week one, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that he got into his head a little bit.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 24 now, here's the second down and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's third down. And Burrow going to change the play. They'll run on third down with Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Back to throw, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about this Bengals defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Third and 2, Watson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Called it a very strong gain of 24. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Running right, here's Brown. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This will be caught once again by Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Open man is Marquez Stevenson.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check mark 33. Check 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give left side, Brown with it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They go play action with Burrow.
This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Too low.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go.
2nd down and 3. Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Check 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Big Ed. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Switch.
Now Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's 2nd and 3.
Jim.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
In motion right goes Higgins. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here we go.
This is 2nd and 8. And that's out quickly to Chase.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Check mark 33. Hey, keep it up. Mike, check 33.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bengals, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.